Hi, welcome to my channel, where I pull you in all sorts of different directions like a Willy Wonka elevator because I can't stay in one lane. Today we're going to be talking about video games, and more specifically we're going to be talking about the Mortal Kombat game that has the best conquest mode. Kind of as a result, since Ed Boon has taken to Twitter asking people what do they miss in Mortal Kombat games, and the answer being conquest mode. With that being said, I think we should kind of break down what is Conquest Mode. And what Conquest Mode is, it's a story mode, but you get to explore a lot more than you do in story mode nowadays. Like, it's not about the cinematography, it's not about the fighting, it's about the exploration in the game done, compared side by side with the story. In that game, hands down, is Deception. Let's get to it. Before 2004, Mortal Kombat was mostly known for the blood and violence that it was associated with, except for those who actually played it. They also knew about the impeccable storyline that went with it. The battle to protect Earthrealm, the Emperor that wouldn't stop no matter what to try to conquer Earthrealm, the constant fighting they had to endure, the constant death, and sometimes even resurrection. The Emperor never ceased to try to attack Earthrealm and take it over. Always found a way back from death. Until 2002, when his fate was sealed by the hands of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Though, spoiler, Shao Kahn of course figured out how to come back from that. But, that's to say for a different video. Because in 2004, Mortal Kombat came out with Deception, which was a continuation after the Deadly Alliance storyline. Mortal Kombat Deception opens up with a video of Raiden taking the fight to the Deadly Alliance himself, and Earthrealm's protector is doing a great job holding his own against the two powerful sorcerers. But unfortunately, he's not enough. And the Deadly Alliance pulls out on top.
But the combined might of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung proved to be overwhelming, even for a Thunder God.
However, before they can kill him, that little greediness sleeps in, and they realize they have to try to eliminate one of each other so they can become number one. So they start to fight it out.
The Deadly Alliance was no more. Quan Chi defeated Shang Tsung and reveled in his conquest.
But that fight is quickly interrupted by an ancient foe who rises from the grave. The ancient foe being the previous ruler of Outworld, Onaga, the Dragon King himself, previously a mysterious character that we've only heard about in dialogue until his appearance here. Now, this is a problem because Onaga was infamous for being undefeatable, especially with his undead army. And because the Deadly Alliance had finished the job in time, your boy Raiden jumps back up, and there's a temporary alliance formed, because the strongest opponent any of them could face is walking towards them. The three of them try to combine their powers to deal with Onaga before he can reach them, but to no avail. They can't even lay a scratch on his hide. Even despite Raiden trying to nuke the entire area. Onaga is left standing with that temporary alliance, nothing but ash like the ruins around him. What a beautiful way to start off the game. Just the Dragon King back on top, full power. God, I can remember not being able to sit still and wanting to dive straight into Conquest mode. Although now that I think about it, you could unlock Raiden, though he had a bit of a darker look to him, which I thought was cool now at the time. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi? No. Though you can run into them in the game, you can't play them. They give you zombie Liu Kang, since you died in Deadly Alliance. Hell, even in Unchained you get Shao Kahn, who's supposed to be dead. So, I don't know why we got those characters left out. Sorry, distracted. Now, let's delve into Conquest mode. Right off the bat, so much better than its predecessors. It's not an arcade mode where you just get an ending that might be canon, might not be. And it's not a painstaking process of training with absolutely every single character. No. Now we can introduce their new main character, Shujinko. We learn that much like Liu Kang and Kung Lao, Shujinko is a student of Baraicho. Your boy Shujinko being super down about not being the best around and still being young and naive, he runs into someone who might be able to help him with that. An agent of the Elder Gods by the name of Damashi. Let's face it, if we know anything about the Elder Gods by this point, they love dictating how people live their lives. But if something needs to get done, nah. They need someone else to go do it for them. They can't do it themselves. And you know what? Your boy Shujinko, he steps up to the plate. He goes, okay, Damashi, what do you need, Damashi? Damashi's response is, hey, I need you to get super powerful keys that really allow me access to absolutely every realm in the universe. Shujinko's like, I got you. Let me help you out there. So Damashi granted him the ability to be able to obtain the fighting prowess of everybody he trains with. And so we step up back to the legend himself and go, you know what, Baraicho? I think I'm ready. And we spend a minute proving ourselves to Baraicho that we're ready. We show him we know how to fight. We spend years training with him. We get to watch our character age a little bit. Beautiful. Then we get introduced to one of the best aspects. We get to travel through the different realms. Talking about Outworld, Edenia, Netherrealm, the Chaos Realm, the Order Realm. It's... you could not ask for a better Conquest mode where you get to see every realm in its peak prime. Though, we run into an issue pretty quick because we know that we have to go to Edenia. But Edenia was supposed to be merged with Outworld. And if we look at the beginning of Conquest mode, we already know about Liu Kang. We know about the tournament, which means Shao Kahn has already canonically merged Outworld and Edenia. So for the sake of the story, we're just gonna have to go with the lines of it unmerged upon his death? Maybe? No, yeah, that's what we're gonna have to say for this in order to keep going forward. From this point, we get to travel through all the realms, and we get to see what the inhabitants of the realms look like. We get to see how they live. We get to see the overall vastness of the realms, whether it's beautiful, chaotic, crumbling, the fact that we get to experience it. And we still have this training aspect. We get to learn from so many characters. So we have that training aspect driven from Deadly Alliance, but with a beautiful story driving it. Before you say, hey, we get that army, get enlisted here. You're not wrong, okay? However, I feel like it was so much better in Deception, and we didn't have to rely on that weird fighting with the abilities outside of actual fights that they made you rely on for so many challenges. Plus, you get to explore so much more of the realms. And not to mention, the aging aspect was new and just so beautifully done. From the first one, when we train with Baraito, we get to see ourselves age, to walking through mysterious ooze in the Chaos Realm, training with Nightwolf, or hell, even when we're in prison, my old friend for a long time, and we end up serving dinner, a life sentence, and we get old as hell before getting out of prison. We got to watch that all unfold, and it just offered so much to the story, I feel. And not to mention the the treasure finding from different days of the week to the right time. Like, if you walked past, sure, a lot of people would be like, oh no, because if you walked by at the wrong time, you missed this treasure. Absolutely, but that's what gave it so much fun. Because also coming across that, it was beautiful. You felt special as you're sitting down and meditating in the right area, and you come across Motaro in the bushes. The time lapse provided such a beautiful, addition. Like, I'm sure it was a challenge if you're looking for something specific, like an alternate outfit, but it made you feel that much better when you stumble upon a chest walking about randomly. Or the background, you get to know more characters like Ermac or Li Mei, or even the new characters introduced like Hotaru, Astra, Kira. I mean, sure, you had Dairu and Darius, which I personally think were mediocre and could have been better, but just the way they introduced the characters, the story behind them, it's so thought out. Could Shujinko have had his own moveset? Yeah, absolutely. But the fact we get to watch this kid take this boon from one of the most powerful characters in Mortal Kombat and hit the ground running with it, it was beautiful to watch what he could accomplish with it. Am I saying other Mortal Kombats are worse with their stories? No, not in any sense. I love the stories about the Mortal Kombat games. I love 10, I love 11, but they felt like playable movies because of how much cinematography was in it. But the Conquest of Deception, hands down, it is the best. And if you haven't played Mortal Kombat Deception and you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you need to go back and do that. Whether it's busting out the PS2 or Unchained or an emulator, you need to play it because sure, at the end of the intro video, we get Shujinko letting us know that he unleashed Onaga on the world. But when you're playing through Conquest and you're watching him go through his life dedicated to collecting the Kami Dogu, you forget all about that. And that plot twist at the end just hits you so hard. Watch everything unfold, and it's a great plot twist that was right in front of us that we just somehow forgot about. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, thanks, I appreciate it. If you liked this video, please hit that like button and let me know. If you didn't like this video, you still made it this far, hit that like button anyways, because we shouldn't be spreading negativity. If you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button. I got a couple more videos up, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, whatever that video decides to be. Peace out.